fish were biting and...
Yep, fish.
On this trip, my son James, my friend Keith, and I get out and catch winter springs, enough to do smoked salmon, and also top it off with some crabs. Stick around, you'll enjoy this one. And you could hear my son's enthusiasm when we got that first fish. James is able to play this fish while we net this one. Yeah, just a great experience to really get the kids involved.
Gone still? You're gone. Yep, I got it. Good. Header, baby. Nice. That's funny that you saw yours, because I ran out and I saw mine. I'm like, oh, baby. Oh, look at my jump. I see it. Oh, he's jumping again. James, I need you to net. You're going to hold my rod. Okay, it's a big fish, okay? So you hold it steady. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, he's big.
My son was out with me and my buddy Kent, and he was so good at getting my son on the fishing reel. Totally respect that. Sometimes I'm like, oh, my son would be just fine, but he made sure he got on the fishing reel a ton. And at the end of this, I'm going to be smoking up this salmon. So stay tuned for that recipe and just that taste and that cooking experience.
Good job, dude. You grabbing it? I got it.
Sometimes when you go salmon fishing, you don't catch a thing. So it's always nice to have crab pots soaking. You can pull up some beautiful Dungeness crab that are worth like 25, 50 bucks in the stores, but just amazing eating. You can just crack into these crab and just enjoy the taste without even any butter or garlic. Yeah, amazing flavorful crab. So in this case, we got just a couple, but it was still great to see the traps come up. James's excitement as he sees the little critters in there. Even a starfish is exciting when you're 8 years old.
Not to measure. Yeah, he's about half an inch too small. Okay.
So you go from this point
To that point, yeah.
Oh, this thing, this.
needs to be just barely fit, or is that good?
No, he's
Needs to be over that.
he needs to be over that, so he's just
Yeah, he's
too
a
small.
quarter inch too small.
Yeah. So
And I.
let's put them all back. So we just got back from a little winter spring fishing. Got 3 hatchery salmon here. My buddy took the biggest. Some of the smaller fish this year. Didn't catch a lot of fish this year, so it was just good to get some fish. I'm gonna actually smoke these up. Got 1 Dungeness and 3 red rocks. Not the biggest red rocks, but they've got some really nice claws if you look at those there. Yeah. I'm gonna show you guys a quick way if you're in a bit of a hurry and you don't really want to fillet a fish. You can actually just clean a fish really quickly. I learned this commercial fishing. I think this is called a princess cut. Somebody could correct me in the comments. And really just cut in there. Save this salmon head. This is going to be perfect for a halibut derby we're going to be fishing. So just grab them like that. There you go. There you have a clean salmon in just 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, depending on how quick you are. Clean that out and then use a spoon. Don't forget to get the heart out. Throw a little bit of ice in there if you got some salt ice. That's what I find is the best way to clean a salmon really quickly. But in this case, we're actually gonna smoke up these salmon. So I'm gonna cut off the collar. Keep that collar for crab bait. Some people like to use a glove. My hands are pretty slimy already. There, it's a nice slab. Left a little bit of salmon on there, but if you're really hungry, you can use that for, you can clean that up a little bit, throw it in a frying pan with some salt and pepper, and then just scrape it off. Or in my case, we're gonna use that for Dungeness crabbing. We're gonna be doing a lot of that this summer. These are great crab baits. So I'll show you guys real quick here. This is what I like to do for halibut bait for when you're fishing at anchor. Lots of different ways to catch halibut, but if you're at anchor, two of the best halibut baits are salmon bellies. So rich. You can smoke these, you can eat these, but they're so rich. And these little knuckles here, the outside of these, are great for hooking into. They'll stay on there. You don't have to worry much about bycatch stripping you of your bait, but yeah, they'll definitely eat this, chew at it, but halibut love it. So yeah, it's taken out most of the bones. Beauty. And then you've just got a great fillet there. Give that a little spray down. I don't like to use fresh water, but in this case it's what we've got to do the job. There you go. I always like to keep as much ice around as possible. Pretty good production there, a little bit extra meat there, but that'll be great in a crab trap. Nice bowl of fillets there. There's a little ice in there as well.
So I really love just taking a break, spending time with my daughter, playing a little soccer. And in this case, my mother-in-law loves to pickle crab and prawns. So a little bit of a Korean delicacy is pickled crab and prawns. And yeah, a chance to try it here. I don't know if it'll be something that I try in the future. If you'd like to see, just let me know in the comments. Always happy to try out something new, some new recipes for seafood.
Right there, we got a few winter springs here. Super lucky to get out end of March. These springs weren't super big, nothing over 10 pounds, but great eating fish, full of nice fats. My son had a great time getting out, and a new friend relocated here from the interior. So getting him out on the coast, got him to a couple new fishing spots. Yeah, really great experience. Be out with Kent and James. We were able to take his son out the weekend before, and we're just going to do up a quick dry brine here. So we've got brown sugar, onions, we got garlic, and we've got kosher salt. So some people like to make it really salty, but we're going to use almost a kilogram of brown sugar and only about a cup of salt. It's going to be a ton of brine for these. It'll work out perfect. We're going to give them a little pat down, chop up the garlic, chop up the onions, mix it all together, throw it on top of the salmon. We're going to put these into thirds. I'm just going to dive right into it. And use this half the onion for adding more flavor to the smoked salmon. I've got a pretty bad cold today, so between these onions and a head cold, I am crying right now. Mix these all up in a nice big bowl. And depending how people like it, some people like a little bit more salt. It's all up to your taste. I don't like that much salt in my food, and my kids don't as well. I can smell it already, just that mix of the garlic and salt. Just making me hungry. We're just gonna pat down the salmon fillets a little bit, throwing them into these nice stainless steel containers. Pretty fortunate to have some great containers to cook in. I used to do this in Ziploc bags. Crazy how much plastic you use sometimes, but used to use Ziploc bags. Use whatever you've got. That cover goes on there and it goes in the fridge overnight. Oh, there's one right there. So that's what we call a pin bone. You can pull these out with tweezers. A little bit of extra work. If you're making a cold smoke, it's a much longer process. Totally worth putting that extra time in. We're good to go. laying these fillets down. And these were all hatchery salmon. Probably clipped in Washington State or Oregon. Put it skin to skin there. Put a perfect glaze on there. Stick that in the, we're gonna stick this in the fridge overnight. That will just bake all those flavors in. Take it out, put a fan on it, run it over it for I think about 12 hours, right? So I might do that tomorrow night. So I'm gonna hook up a fan, boil these overnight. In the morning, pop them in the smoker. Shouldn't be a long smoke, not very thick. Yeah, just a nice hot smoke, and these should turn out perfectly. Together, so.
Yes, good job.
What temperature should I set it to?
For the ready?
Okay. Now I've got a 6-rack smoker, but this is just a few winter springs, so just gonna be using 4 racks. But that should get us through to June when there's some larger fish. Advance that one so it's on element. And then it'll smoke and push those through to there. And I should come home for lunch and have some smoked salmon. Bradley Smoker's been serving me well for years. Highly recommend them. So there we go. Smoked salmon, and I can smell it through my cold here. It's really good like smoky flavor. I feel like I can just have hints of garlic and onion there as well. I didn't take these off the smoker, my father-in-law did. Really appreciate it. I was in the office for meetings, but here just a little bit after lunch, and it's pretty good. A little salty. Might have brought the ratio down a little bit, but this way it'll last a little bit longer. Great flavor. A little cream cheese, bagel, toasted bagel, smoked salmon, just beautiful way to eat it. Let me know if you'd like to see a cold smoke. It's a lot longer to do. It's more of a 3-4 day process, but we really love cold smoke. Sometimes we get it done at a shop, but I've also done it myself, so looking forward to giving that a try. I'll see you on the next one.